Welcome to today's edition of the Caveman Coaches Show. I'm your host, Tracy Donaldson. Today we will be talking with our wrestling coach, Pat Owens, about last week's Bucks Bags tournament and the upcoming schedule. We will also talk with heavyweight wrestler Gavin Heindel. Girls basketball coach Dennis Jordan will also stop by and review last week's games, and post Maya Mills will also be joining us. Pete Longgood and Zach Williams of boys basketball will talk about their trip to Minico and Burley and preview their upcoming games with Valley View and Ridgeview. Lastly, we will be spotlighting Mr. Rippey in the theater program. A number of students qualified for state drama last weekend at Idaho Falls. Mr. Rippey has done an outstanding job with his program, and one of his students, Hunter Warnick, will be joining us. Coach Owens, thanks for joining us today. I appreciate it. I wanted to just kind of get some information from you about wrestling. How's it going up to this point?
It's going very well. Normally we would have had a dual meet last week prior to our first varsity tournament, but we had moved that because it was the Napa duel.
Okay.
So because of the state football playoffs, we had moved the Napa duel to December 17th. Anyway, so Bucks Bags was our first varsity competition, and we did quite well. We competed against a number of teams, 5A and 4A, and we won in pretty dominating fashion. We ended up wrestling Spring Creek in the finals, and we won convincingly, and they're one of the toughest teams from Nevada.
Nevada. Okay.
Yeah, Spring Creek, Nevada. And we had some really great wins. Julio Rivera beat a two-time state champ from Spring Creek in the finals, and Kel Palmer had a huge win to cap off the duel. We had 8 wrestlers go undefeated in Johnny Strickland, Anderson White, Julio Rivera, Hunter Mitchell, Dante Roggio, Preston Owens, Kel Palmer, Gavin Heindel.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
The most we've ever had at that tournament.
And this is kind of a side question. Wrestling, it's really an individual sport, but you do such a great job in your program of getting the buy-in as a team. Mm-hmm. How do you do that? You know what I mean? How do you get that to where these individuals are coming together and almost forming a family? Mm-hmm. What would you attribute kind of that to?
Well, I think having an identity, and a culture, and becoming associated with that culture. It's just I guess a banner you kind of wear as a wrestler, and we encourage our guys to to I guess invest in that, and then also once you have that success, that helps to bring along that investment.
Okay.
But this type of tournament for us is it's a team format. So they instead of an individual tournament in a dual tournament like last weekend, you're together as a team competing at each mat, unlike an individual tournament where each guy goes to a different mat and wrestles.
I got you.
So the entire team is together at that mat. So it's really a good team building experience for varsity, and JV had the same format at Columbia. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. What do you foresee in the future, like upcoming matches, upcoming events? Is there anything that stands out to you that you're looking forward to?
Sure.
More than anything else?
And like last year, Bucks was definitely a measuring stick for us. It really told us where we are. Again, this year it's kind of done that same thing. And our expectations remain high. So we have a good idea of where we're at as a team, and we're going to have an even better idea tomorrow when we host Columbia. So that's really kind of where our vision is at right now. Tomorrow is huge. So we host Columbia here, and that should be fun. We're really looking forward to that. Then this weekend we go to Nyssa, Oregon, where our JV and varsity compete all together in the same gym, which is kind of a unique experience for them to kind of bond a little bit.
Sure.
Not one of our tougher tournaments, but more of an opportunity for them to wrestle together. And then really our big one coming up is right before the break. We go down to Wasatch, Heber City, Utah, which will be the most elite competition we'll see all year, with the exception of Brawley Lane.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, Coach, thanks for joining us today, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Hello, we're here with Kuna High wrestler Gavin Heindel, and we're going to try to see if he can beat the buzzer by answering 7 questions in 30 seconds. Are you ready, Gavin?
Let's do it.
Okay. For Oreos, do you like the cookie or the filling?
Filling.
Are you a procrastinator?
Yes.
What's your order at McDonald's?
Let's go with chicken nuggets.
What is your favorite book?
My favorite book, it's one of children's book. It's Little Mouse and the Big Red Strawberry.
What is your favorite color?
Blue.
What's your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
What is your favorite food or drink?
Strawberries.
Congratulations, you beat the buzzer.
Gavin, thanks for joining us today on the Coaches Show.
No problem.
Appreciate having you here. I just have a few questions that I want to ask you about the season, about the Bucks Bags tournament, about kind of what you foresee happening. First of all, how's the season been going?
It's gone really well. So at Bucks Bags, we were able to take that tournament. We went undefeated. In the finals, we ended up going against Spring Creek, a team from Nevada, and we ended up beating them. And then we had 8 undefeated wrestlers at that tournament.
That's really good. That's really good. In regards to wrestling, you're a heavyweight wrestler. What do you foresee in the future for us?
Honestly, if everything goes right and goes the way that we kind of plan on it, we could very well, I think, repeat our state title again. So that'd be really cool to be part of.
What do you like most about wrestling?
Probably just like the environment of it, and just like how people just like can come together, like people who don't really mesh well outside of it, and just come together and just you can be like best friends in a couple days.
Would you say you're kind of a family?
Yeah,
Wrestling program?
yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you for joining us today, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Dennis Jordan here today. Coach, thanks for joining us.
I'm glad to be here.
The girls program is doing pretty well right now. Can you give us kind of an update of past games that we've had?
Yeah. So at this point, we are 5-1 overall, and that is 4-1 in conference play. So we've had quite a few conference games that we've come out on top and grown a lot. Had a couple injuries and some things that people had to step up and play in positions where they weren't expected to. So it's been a really good learning experience so far. And looking forward to how we can piece it all together moving forward.
What areas do you think you've improved the most since you guys have started?
Just cohesiveness. I mean, these girls have played a lot of basketball, but not necessarily together in their specific roles in this team. And so we've come a long way in identifying who needs to do what and how we do it.
Okay. Upcoming games, what do you foresee in the upcoming games that we have?
So Friday's game against Emmett at home. That's our annual ugly Christmas sweater game. So we'll have some fun with that. And then after that, we go on the road for several games in a row. So we'll travel out a big one out at Middleton. They're 5-1. We're 5-1. So it's going to be a dogfight out there.
It should be a good matchup over at Middleton.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to share with us? You got any camps or anything over Christmas?
We don't have any camps, but we do have a fun tournament we're going to go play in.
Okay.
The Timberline tournament. It's hosted at Bora and Timberline High Schools. So we get to play some 5A schools, some teams from Eastern Idaho. So we're looking forward to that over break. And
awesome. Well, next week we'll talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We're here with Kuna High basketball player Maya Mills, and we're going to see if she will be able to beat the buzzer by answering 7 questions in 30 seconds. Are you ready, Maya?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get started. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
What's your favorite Disney movie?
Cinderella.
Favorite fast food chain?
Chick-fil-A.
Favorite activity outside of basketball?
Anything outdoors.
Do you love or hate roller coasters?
I love them.
Who's the funniest person on the team?
Miana.
Congratulations, Maya. You beat the buzzer.
Maya Mills is joining us from the girls basketball program. Maya, welcome today. A few questions that I have for her. Maya, how's the season been going up to this point?
It's been going pretty good. We're 4-1 right now, and so we just had another win last night, so it's going pretty good.
Who'd we play last night?
Columbia,
Columbia. Our only loss is to
Caldwell.
And I think the projections put us right at the top of the pack, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you foresee in the upcoming games?
We have a big game against Middleton next week, so we're hoping to do good against them, and then we're just hoping to do good against the rest of the season.
You just want to keep improving?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You play inside, you're a post player. What are some of the things that people that don't play basketball would want to know about post play? What do you like about it?
I like the physicalness of it and just how aggressive you have to be just to stand your ground in the post area.
Okay, good. Are you close with your teammates?
Yeah.
You were a pretty young team last year. How has that transitioned to this year?
I think that we didn't have to work out a whole lot of kinks in the beginning. We still have some things that we want to work out, but we're really close, so we know how each other works and what we know each other are capable of. So.
Awesome, cool. Maya, thanks for joining us
Yeah.
today. Appreciate it. I have boys basketball coach Pete Longgood with us today. Coach, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about the past games that we've had. We had a couple games last weekend, Minico and Burley. You want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we opened the season on the road with Minico first Friday night and then Burley Saturday night. And, we lost both games, but as a coaching staff, we walked away, I wouldn't say pleased, but at the same time not really disappointed. Both teams are good. They'll be probably ranked in 4A. Both teams were senior loaded. For us, we got 10 kids their first varsity minutes, so there's going to be a growth curve. The kids fought really hard. We competed really hard against two teams that were bigger and more physical than us. And so we figured out a lot of stuff we need to get cleaned up offensively. But if we keep competing the way we did, we think by the end of the season we're going to be fine and where we want to be.
The thing that really impressed me, I was at that tournament and I saw those two games, and I can honestly say that your team plays extremely hard, and they're really fun to watch. They're all over the place, and they do some really nice things. So I think as the season progresses, we're going to really see a lot of growth from your kids. What do we have upcoming?
So we've got 2 games this week with Valley View and Ridgeview, both on the road. Next week, we've got a really busy week. We have our home opener against Caldwell Tuesday night, and then we're in the Ridgeview tournament next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's the 19th, 20th, and 21st. We've got Pocatello, Mountain Home, and Canyon Ridge, which those are all solid teams, so it'll be really good for us.
Where is that tournament at?
It's at Ridgeview.
At Ridgeview. In my intro, I said that it was Valley View, so that was my mistake. So it'll be at Ridgeview High School is where that will be. Coach, what is a focus that you have going into the next couple of weeks?
The focus for us is we really want to be defensive first and set the tone with our defense. So continuing to improve there, even though we did think that was really pretty solid the first few games, but continuing to improve there. And then slowly but surely add more tools to our offensive toolkit, so to speak, and get more proficient with what we're doing on offense. And sort of once we have both of them put together, we should be pretty good.
Awesome. Coach, thank you for joining me, and best of luck to you. And we'll be out watching you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
We're here with Zach Williams, who got the game-winning shot at the basketball game last night. Now let's see if he can beat this buzzer. Are you ready, Zach?
Yep.
Okay, ready, let's go. If you had a superpower, what would it be?
Flight.
Do you love or hate roller coasters?
Love.
Is your glass half full or half empty?
Both. It's just half water, half air.
If you had $1 million, what would you buy?
Start a Roth IRA.
What color is your toothbrush?
I think it's blue.
Starbucks or Dutch Bros?
Dutch Bros.
Least favorite chore?
Ooh, mowing the lawn.
Good job, you beat the buzzer.
I have Zach Williams here of the boys basketball program. Welcome, Zach.
Thanks.
Hey, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, maybe your year and your position that you play, and kind of what you like about the sport of basketball?
Yeah, well, like you said, my name's Zach Williams. This is my senior year at CUNA, and I play mostly on the outside. I'm a guard for the basketball team. And something I like it is just how good our team gets along this year. It's one of those sports where you kind of have to get along with your team and know everyone, or else it doesn't really work out.
Absolutely. How's the season been going up to this point?
Well, we've had a couple games against some of the top 4A teams in the state. We played them pretty competitive. We had a couple losses, but our team's already gotten a lot better. We've only had 4 practices as a whole team so far because we got pushed back with all the football players on the team.
Yeah.
We're really excited. We're going to go beat Valley today.
I watched you last weekend at Minico and then at Burley, and I thought you guys compete and you play very hard, and that says a lot about you guys, and that improvement is gonna take place because you guys, the first half of both of those games, you were right there. So, Zach, what do you foresee in the next few months?
Well, I think we're just one of those teams that has the potential to get better and better every single day. We've already gotten a lot better this season with the few practices we've had, but this year we have a brand new team that doesn't have a whole lot of varsity minutes, and we're just getting a lot more experience and putting in more offenses, and we're feeling better and better every week, and so I think we can be a really good team by the end of the year.
Awesome. Zach, thank you for joining us today, and best of luck, guys.
Thank you.
I have theater teacher Josh Rippey with us today. Josh, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Some big things have been going on in our theater department. Do you want to kind of update us on some of that stuff?
Yeah. Man, there's a lot going on. It is a year-round activity. We start, the first week we get back, we jump right in and start doing production process and competition process. And then we move through and go 4 shows a year, plus district competition, state competition, a gala, a theater trip in the spring, a tour, and then we finish with our awards thing. So that's the totality of what we do.
That's pretty large totality.
Yeah.
So you had a state competition recently. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we just got back from our state competition. It's state drama. It's 700 students compete in 10 different events for theater, everything from pantomime to scenic design. And we had a number of students who qualified out of our district tournament to go to state.
24, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And
That's a big number.
it is a huge number for us. And we did really, really well at it. We didn't place, unfortunately, but we did really, really well, and they competed really hard. And we were within points of having people qualify for finals.
Were we, in terms of that, are we a young team? Are we pretty experienced? Do we?
We're actually technically pretty young in the sense of one, the amount of times that we have qualified that many to go to competition. It's the first time we've qualified that much. And we've also just grade level wise, there's a lot of young kids coming up that have a lot of talent, a lot of competitiveness, which is nice because I'm super competitive.
Yeah.
And want to win state. So I think we have a pretty good future ahead of us for our state competitions.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Can you talk to us a little bit about, I know that Hunter was on or will be on the program, and he's going to talk a little bit about the play that you guys are doing. Can you talk to us a little bit?
Yeah, we were granted the first rights, so in order to do a show, you have to have rights to do it. And we were granted the first rights as a high school to do a show called A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. It is a musical. It was a Tony-winning musical, so it was on Broadway, and it closed on Broadway in 2016.
Okay.
And we were granted the rights as the first high school to do it, which is huge. It is also a massive undertaking, and it is truly a hilarious riot with murder in it and love. And it should be a great, great little holiday performance right before we go after the Christmas break.
Okay. What days are those?
It is December 19th, 20th, and 21st.
Time?
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Yes.
Awesome. So come out and check that out. That'll be awesome. And Josh, thanks for joining us
Yeah,
today.
thank you, Tracy.
Awesome. I have Hunter Warnick here. He's a member of our theater department. Hunter, congratulations on a fine season.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys participated in the state drama championships, and can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, there's a lot of different categories. Me and my partner Ariana Troxel, we competed in the ensemble musical category. We made it to semifinals at state, placed 3rd at districts. We sang 3 songs from Les Miserables, the musical. Went really well, and it was super fun, yeah.
What do you enjoy most about theater, drama, things like that?
I think it's fun, mostly the people, because everybody always talks about the theater kids. Like, just that's who I am. I'm energetic. I do the things. It's fun. Like being around them. So it's fun to get to see thousands upon thousands of them over this time.
So we had a number of kids that qualified for the drama competition in Idaho Falls, the state drama competition in Idaho Falls. Do you find that pulled your group of students closer together?
Yeah, we did this entire last weekend. It was super fun. We got a bond totally as a team, and I'm excited to see where things go in the future.
Awesome. And you're just a junior, right?
Yeah, I'm a junior.
So you have next year as well that you'll be participating. What do you foresee in the future for theater and drama?
Well, I think we learned a lot from this time because Rippy, he's new to the program and he's doing an awesome job so far, and I'm really excited to see what things we can change and how he can give us some more tips and advice so we can do better for our next season.
Cool. You wanted to give a plug?
Oh yeah, come to our show, A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. It's our musical for the year. It's next week on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Student tickets are $5. Come see any Act 3 production student. I'm the lead with Ariana and Shaylee Quigley, so come and see it.
Hunter, best of luck to you, and thanks for joining us today. Appreciate it.